What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? Thanks for tuning in. E3 is right around the corner, so I thought today would be a good day to go over what I'm hoping we'll see at some point during the event. Welcome to Brad's Bad Show About Games. My name is Brad, and I am not under contract with the WWE. And at the rate they are releasing people, pretty soon there won't be anybody left. But that's not really related to E3, so we won't go any further into that. But anyway, uh, so like I said, this isn't really gonna be a prediction list or anything because there's always gonna be surprises and things like that. So this is more of a list of things that I hope we'll see in some form. You know, whether it's realistic or not. But I'm hoping that, like, I tried to, stay, somewhat realistic. I'm not throwing out there, oh, we're going to get, they're going to announce Smash Brothers, the TV show, or something like that. Like, no, I'm not going that crazy. But, anyway, let's talk about what I'm hoping we'll see. I'm going to try to go with some of the more generic things. The right out of the gate, I guess we can, since we always start with Fortnite. Fortnite is going to have some sort of news, so that one's going to be that one's given. I think they've already announced that. They haven't announced what it is yet, of course, but they'll have something there. And I said this during the last show. It'll be interesting to see what their announcement could be because the new season will have just started. So that's interesting. Some of the arcade one up. There we go. Some images have been floating around from somebody who is known to get info ahead of time from Arcade One Up that showcased a cabinet for The Simpsons arcade game. It looked pretty legit, but that was the only new thing that I could remember that they did. Either they teased some sort of like Miss Pac-Man anniversary cabinet or something that might have online play, but I'm not sure. There was one other. I think maybe Tron. Yeah, that was what it was. It was some kind of Tron game. Was the other one, but these haven't been officially confirmed or anything like that. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Arcade One Up will have. What else? Is there any game specifically I would want from Arcade One Up? Mostly just Marvel vs. Capcom 2. They've already done Marvel 1. It's got its own cabinet, and it also appears on the X-Men vs. Street Fighter cabinet, which that game also appears on the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet. So both cabinets have both games. But a Marvel 2 cabinet needs to happen. I would say alongside a digital release of Marvel 2, like put that on Steam. Come on, put it on Steam. Put it on Xbox. Put it on PlayStation and just any game, any system where you can play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Infinite. Put Marvel 2 there, please. People want to play this game so bad. Please give us an official way to play it on like a current gen, please, or even the last gen. Who even cares at this point? Or just stick it on Steam. Just give people a way to play this game legitimately. Anything else Arcade One Up? Donkey Kong cabinet would be tremendous. I would love for them to announce that they're partnering with Nintendo to bring some, Donkey Kong and maybe the original Mario Brothers game to a cabinet. I know that like Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers game, the NES Classic, I think was on arcade cabinets. So if you could put that on a cabinet and sell it as on a Donkey Kong cabinet, then by all means, please do that. So that would be exciting. I'm trying to think of something else that we could see. What would be another good arcade game? Yeah, I don't know. But looking forward to seeing what Arcade One Up gives us. House of the Dead, that was one. I don't think they've done anything for that yet, but they've got the shooter games. But oh yeah, an NFL Blitz. That was one because they're doing some of these other games, but I would love to see NFL Blitz. Anyway, hold on. I got a checklist I'm going through here. I think this is pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Just some games in general. I'll throw these out there because they've been announced and nobody really knows anything about them. Like Metroid Prime 4, I imagine we'll get something from that maybe. Maybe Bayonetta 3. I mean, who knows at this point? They basically scrapped Metroid Prime 4 and started over. Who knows what's going on with Bayonetta? Now this one's sort of a, pulling it out of, way out there. A potential Arms 2. Now I don't think that's gonna happen, but it was just an idea I had popped in my head. Could that happen? Could that be something we see? I mean, Min Min did get into Smash, but I don't think they really considered it to be a big success, or as at least a big as. I don't think they considered it as big as of a success as they wanted it to be. So that's kind of sad, but who knows? We can always get a surprise. Pikmin 4, I mean, I know Pikmin 3 Deluxe was doing pretty good from what I last saw. So I guess there's a chance that we could see a brand new Pikmin announced. I would love that. I'm also looking forward to playing through Pikmin 3 Deluxe because I have that. I just recently got all of my original Pikmin playthrough uploaded to YouTube. You can go check that out. So now I can move on to Pikmin 3. I'm skipping Pikmin 2 just because it wasn't the greatest to me. There was a rumored new Donkey Kong game coming from the Mario Odyssey team. Now, I would love to see a brand new Donkey Kong game. I think the rumor was it would be a 2D side-scroller game, though. But I would be fine with that. I wouldn't mind that. But, hey, I want to see them, give us more new content like that. Give us, it doesn't have to be just Zelda and Mario and Pokemon. You've got other titles out there you can play with. The same thing where people were asking about a new F-Zero. Like I don't think these are going to happen, or maybe not even have a good chance of happening, but it would be nice to see. I think the Donkey Kong one, though, probably has the most likely chance out of any of them because that was already a rumor. But speaking of the Odyssey team, could we possibly see a surprise announcement of a second Mario Odyssey? That would be amazing to me if they did that. And I'm with the crowd that says that they really dropped the ball with DLC for Mario Odyssey. There basically was none. I mean, you got the little Luigi stuff, but who cares really about that? That's mini games. Give us new levels like it looked like we were going to get. Something. But we didn't get anything. And now it's been years since that game came out. It's still a wonderful game. One of my favorite games ever. And if they do a second one, then I would be all for it. I think that's not likely, though. I don't think that's I doubt they ever do a second Mario Odyssey. I think that sucks, but can't really control that. Sticking with the Mario thing for a bit, I'm hoping we'll get some kind of news on the Mario All-Stars collection, since that's been pulled from the stores for a few months now. I think it's insane, and I've said this before, that they pulled that game off the shelves, or at least they stopped producing it. You can't buy it digitally anymore. If you can find a store that's still got them in stock, you can get it, but they've ceased production of it. You can't buy it from the eShop anymore. So I'm still wondering if they're going to do what I thought they would do and separate the games out and make them available to purchase individually instead of in one set. And probably charge you more for it. So at the $60 price, then that means that with 3 games, that's $20 a piece. I figure they'll charge you $30 a piece for them individually. If you want all 3, you're going to have to buy it that way. Um, Maybe, just maybe, they will have a change of heart and announce they're putting it back on the shop permanently. That would be nice. Um, Again, I don't really expect that. Why would you do that and then just reverse course a month ago? But then again, Microsoft has done similar things. Remember, Microsoft was going to up the price of their service. They were going to double it, I think. And then there was such pushback from it that they canceled it. And not only did they cancel it, they reorganized their system to allow people who did not have Xbox Live to still be able to play free-to-play games. So they not only backtracked, but they went further backwards with their stuff. So that's interesting. What else could we see? A rumor was that there was a new Mario Kart going to get announced this year, Mario Kart 9. I don't know. I could be up for a new Mario Kart game. I haven't really paid much attention to the Mario Kart games and really played them since the 64 game. I mean, I thought that the motion steering was kind of wonky. I didn't really like that much. Or that I'm putting in too many words. Didn't really like the driving that much, but you could play it classic, and maybe I should have done that. Maybe I would enjoy the game a little bit more, but it's a little bit too late to worry about that now. Something else I'm really curious to see if they'll even bring it up is Super Mario Bros. 35, and that's the Battle Royale game that they also removed from the service at the end of the Mario Celebration. People were really mad about that, and I was too, because I think that was a fun little game. I think that I've said this before, but I think that if they repurposed it, keep the system the same, maybe up it to 50 players instead of 35, and to just put it back up there as Super Mario Brothers Battle Royale or whatever, that would work. I think people would be all for having that game come back. But I think it's just a shame they even pulled it anyway. But let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, before we move off of the Mario stuff, potentially. Now, there's a rumor has been that there was going to be a Game Boy Color catalog coming to Nintendo Switch Online. That's been a rumor for a while, sort of going alongside the Super Nintendo Switch Pro or whatever people are calling it. It's supposedly coming. It's been supposedly coming for months now, and it's not happened. So, whatever. But a new I hope they'll do the Battle Royale game. I want to see that come back, even if they have to rename it and you have to delete the old one, and that's fine. Just please bring back that game. It was so fun. Which I got my topics mixed up. I went back to that. I was talking about the online catalog. I thought maybe they were holding off on doing the catalog as long as they were actually selling Mario 64 as part of the 3D collection. Now that that's off the market, maybe they'll throw up that N64 catalog with Mario 64 on there. That would be really nice. I mean, I figured we'll get some sort of update to Nintendo Switch Online and those NES and Super NES catalogs. I just really hope that they will... I really hope that they'll just go ahead and give us the N64 catalog. Even if you just open it up with 10 games. Like I said, I could give you 10 games right now. Do Mario 64, do Ocarina of Time, do Majora's Mask, do maybe Donkey Kong 64, Kirby's Crystal Shards, the original Smash Brothers, Pokemon Snap, was it Star Fox 64, I guess you could put on there, F-Zero X or whatever that game was for the 64. I mean, there you go. And then you can just keep working. But I don't know. I mean, you could put Mario Golf and Mario Tennis on there too. Bring those games back, because the Tennis Aces was pretty exciting for the time, and they're about to release the new Switch Golf game for Mario. That would be really nice to have together. But yeah, I really want to see the N64 catalog. Since I already brought up Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I guess we could get into the potential uh, Zelda stuff. The long rumor that's been sort of had the same sort of rumor that the Mario collection had. There's the rumor that there will be a Zelda collection coming out this year in celebration of Zelda's 35th anniversary. Uh, no word on what's in that yet, or if it even if it or even if it exists. But if it were me, remember the first part of that rumor, when the Mario rumor started, we also had a rumor that there was going to be a new Paper Mario game. That came true. That came first, and then we got the Mario collection confirmed later. The same sort of thing has happened with Zelda, where we had rumors of a port for Skyward Sword was coming to the Switch, and then a Zelda collection later. We got the port for Skyward Sword. So that seems to imply to me that the next logical step is the Zelda 3D collection getting announced. And if that were me, I would say you do Ocarina of Time again, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. Put those HD versions of those two games up. Those already exist. So bring those on. I would love to see a set like that. I mean, $60 for Zelda games. I mean, it's still a shame that the Mario collection did not have Galaxy 2. People were really disappointed about that. And I don't know why they couldn't have just added that in as like DLC for people who bought the collection. Like, oh, we're going to add Galaxy 2 later. I guess that could be a potential announcement too for anybody who bought that, especially if they do decide to like put it back on the market and say, "Oh, here's the Mario 3D All Stars again," and if you buy it, you will now have access to Mario Galaxy 2 as DLC. Like, do that. But yeah, Zelda 3D collection needs to happen. I can't imagine that they would like. Why would you not put both 64 games on there? Like, I know that Majora's Mask is like a side story and all. It's not part of the main lore or whatever. But I would still put that in there. Because some people, I know, like, some people really do love Majora's Mask. And I love that game too. It's very creepy in a very unique way. So, I would love to see that whole thing happen. Without a doubt, we'll hear something about Breath of the Wild. We already know that news about Breath of the Wild is guaranteed to come this year. I'd assume this will get released this year. I'm guessing maybe early next year, if not this year. But I mean, they announced it 2 years ago? Come on, man. But I don't know, like, I just want to know something more about it. The only thing we know about it is that teaser that we've had for so long now. And I just want to see something new from Breath of the Wild 2. A title, maybe, at least. Give us something. But I would say that's probably one of the safer bets going into E3 for Nintendo, is that we'll get Breath of the Wild 2 news. And I guess I should go ahead and say this before we move any further, is that Nintendo's already said that their event will be on June 15th at 9 a.m. Pacific, which that's 11 a.m. my time, so that's a pretty good time for me. Not sure if I'm going to be able to watch it live, though, but I will watch it as soon as I'm able to and then do the show later. I'm still debating on whether I should do the show and give like any updates on each like night, and then do them in pieces, or just wait until E3 is completely done. I may just do a comprehensive E3 review later and give my thoughts on that. That might be the easiest thing to do instead of trying to force myself to record, every single evening that way. But anyway, especially if like say like EA's presentation, I usually don't care much for. I'm probably not going to, there's no reason for me to dedicate a whole show to to EA. But like I said, that way I could at least leave everything open to any potential surprises or anything that catches my eye that, is maybe completely brand new. But Breath of the Wild 2 should definitely be there. We should definitely see that at E3. I skipped over potential new games here on my list here, but I'm going to throw out the possibility of something that I would like to see is a brand new Spyro the Dragon game. Now, with all that stuff regarding Activision and Call of Duty, I don't expect a new Spyro game at all. I would love to be wrong about that, but I don't know, gut's telling me don't expect that one. Which is a shame. I think Spyro deserves a comeback. Crash Bandicoot got a new game. I don't know why we can't have a new Spyro game. It's the same reason maybe we can't have a new Banjo-Kazooie game from Microsoft. And it just sucks that there's so much love that everybody has for some of these classic characters. And you would think that, like in Banjo's case, Microsoft would have seen just the gigantic outpouring of love for Banjo making it into Smash Brothers, that they would have said, you know what? Let's look into making a Banjo game. People seem to really love the bear and the bird. Let's put them back together, make a brand new game. I'm pretty sure you could have got Grant Kirkhope, or if I got his name right, to do music for the game again. You could have gotten some of that old Banjo crew back together to make you a new game. And hopefully it would be one that's more well received than Nuts and Bolts was. But again, I would love to see a new Spyro game. With that, a new Banjo game would be wonderful. Oh, Microsoft, please, as I'm sitting here, please hear me. Hear the fans of The Bear and the Bird. Give us a new Banjo game. Please, it's the perfect time to announce that. Especially after you sat back and said, "Oh, we don't have any interest in doing Banjo-Kazooie game." Like, why? Do you hate money? But aside of that, there's only a few more things I'm going to throw out there. I think this is a long shot, but I think it could be possible. But maybe more DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, I thought it was weird they only did 2 regions as DLC. Granted, the third one especially was loaded with content. The Crown Tundra was huge. I'm still not completely done with that one yet. So that's why my complete playthrough of that game has not finished yet. I'm still not finished with it. But I think there's a slight chance, maybe, they'll announce one more DLC pack for Sword and Shield to tide players over with until the Gen 4 remakes come out later this year. And I think that would be a good opportunity to, at the very least, even if there's not a new region, they could patch in the missing Pokemon that still have not been added to the game. Because the DLC packs added like 100 or so Pokemon that the base game did not have. And that was one of the big criticisms of Sword and Shield, is that you couldn't bring all of your Pokemon over because they just weren't programmed into the game. Which I criticized, people were very, very mad about that. I was upset about it too, mostly because I found their reasoning for why they didn't have them all in there in the first place to just not make sense. But it just felt like they weren't really being honest. Like, oh, we couldn't put any more Pokemon in there. And then we get 2 DLC packs later where they add several hundred of the Pokemon that they didn't put in the base, meaning it was always possible. Which, it was always possible to do this through DLC. I don't know why they acted like they couldn't. But, especially after people were really upset by it. And you could have just said, hey, we'll look into doing this DLC. If we can do it, then sure, we'll do it. Or just right out say, okay, like, hey, if you guys want this, if you want us to do a DLC patch for this, then that's what we'll do. But they didn't. They just sat on it and acted like, oh, nope, too late, can't do anything about it now. But there's still some Pokemon missing for Sword and Shield. This would be a good time to patch in the rest of them and potentially do one more DLC region to go and explore. Now, what that would look like, I have no idea. but I liked like the Reggie, stuff. I liked the exploring the legends and the Calyrex or whatever that Pokemon's name was, the king of the Crown Tundra. That was really cool with the legendary horse Pokemon too. Um, and how I said, I think I talked about this before, but this was the first time you could actually influence the legend of a Pokemon in the game. So, if we could get some more stuff, one more set of DLC just to go through the next few months, I mean, probably unlikely, but I would like to see that. One more thing on the Pokemon front, and before I move on to that, I will say that I think that one of the reasons why you won't hear a lot about Pokemon is because they probably will save that for a Pokemon Direct. It seems like they that seems to be where they tend to drop the biggest of Pokemon news, as in the directs that are dedicated solely to Pokemon. But remember, they were working on a oh God, what are those games called? The games like not World of Warcraft, League of Legends, the little arena battlers or whatever they're called. They were working on one with Tencent to produce Pokemon Unite, which was supposed to just be one of those kinds of games, but Pokemon themed. And I was really interested in the game, despite Tencent's involvement. People were very, skeptical of the privacy, involving that company, and how like they're known to be a little bit sneaky with stuff, but and at least in regards to privacy. But I don't know. We haven't heard anything at all about this since they revealed it, and I don't know if maybe the backlash or the concerns from it may have put that project on halt. They may not be doing that one anymore. That would be a shame if they couldn't work out the issues with like making sure that people's privacy and security, are protected, so that people don't have to worry about, compromising themselves and their information or their identity or whatever to play a fun little Pokemon game. So hopefully they can get the kinks worked out of that issue. Maybe find somebody else if they absolutely have to develop this game. Start over. They already started over with Metroid Prime. Start over with this too if you need to. Whatever will bring us the best version of this game that can exist. But that looked really cool, and I was really looking forward to playing it. But like I said, hopefully the messy stuff in that will have been fixed. And then, of course, we're going to wrap up this show with the most obvious thing that's going to be at E3. If anything's going to be at E3, if there's any safe bet as to what is going to get announced at E3 regarding this, you already know it. It's Smash Brothers. There's going to be a Smash Brothers announcement. Now, the question is will there be one or two announcements? The last E3 that Nintendo was officially a part of, because I don't think if I remember right, they didn't actually do E3 last year. There was no E3. The thing is, what they did the Dragon Quest Pro Tags and Banjo in the same show. They opened with Dragon Quest, and they gave you the fake ending with Banjo. Then the true ending was the Breath of the Wild 2 teaser. So I think there might be a chance they do that here, because there are only two characters left. Sakurai has already said there will not be a third Fighter's Pass. That's a big disappointment to me in terms of like keeping Smash relevant for the duration of the Switch's lifespan, because the Switch still has several more years. And with Smash being its biggest game pretty much, or at least one of, if not the biggest, you would want to keep that gravy train, rolling. So why not do one more Fighter's Pass? But this may be like maybe they want to focus on other things. So I don't know. It's sad to me to think that Smash is the Smash announcements are going to be ending soon, and that with the whole rumor of Sakurai maybe supposedly eyeing retirement, or that maybe Smash is going to be drastically different going forward, because this is the ultimate Smash, which means Sakurai's already said, like, the opportunity they've had with Smash to build the roster they built, basically all the right stars had to align perfectly to get this roster to exist. And he said flat out, a roster like this in Smash is just not going to exist anymore. Or at the very least, it is highly unlikely that you will see this kind of roster in the future. It is a massive roster. It has characters from every genre, iconic characters from every other company. Indie characters got in as assist trophies, and it's just, it will be very hard to top this roster. Every character they add makes the roster that much stronger. It was already probably the greatest, and I know that's a subjective term, but the greatest roster in fighting game history. I know people love Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but I still think that Smash Ultimate, even without the DLC, was just the most star-studded roster you could have imagined. And then every single character they added upped the ante. And now we've gotten 9 DLC characters, 10 if you count Piranha Plant. If you count like Cuphead and the other costume characters, Sans from Undertale, Travis Touchdown, that Mii costume. So there are so many characters represented in Smash in some way or form that it's just going to be so hard to top it. And we still got 2 more characters, 2 full characters and stages, and new selections of music to add. On top of, they're going to do more Mii costumes, so who knows who's going to get in this time. You might see Shantae added. I mean, that's not exactly what people want, but it would be, at least as far as I know, Shantae's not in the game already as a Mii costume, but who knows. But, yeah, this could be it. Although I could also see the appeal of only doing one Smash announcement and then holding on to that last one for a very special occasion, a little bit towards, getting closer towards the fall. Because Sakurai already did say that he thinks that the Smash roster will be completed soon. That was his word. And so that's what he said. So that would imply to me that he's expecting the final character to be announced soon. But with 2 characters left, that tells me there might be a chance that we get both of them at E3. Now, who knows? As for who it could be, I still think that the more obvious choices would be, of course, like I've already said before, Crash Bandicoot. Sora, I think, still has maybe a slight chance to show up because people really, really wanted Sora in the game. I've said, again, I would love to see Fortnite represented in Smash, just because of the whole, big multiverse thing there. Like, if you capped off Smash with Fortnite and Kingdom Hearts, you would bring all of the, this metaverse, multiverse, whatever you want to call it, you would bring all of that together. And there's already connections between them because of certain characters that are in Smash already. Ryu is in Smash, and he's in Fortnite. Sephiroth is in Smash, Cloud is in Smash, but they're both also in Kingdom Hearts. So, if you put Jonesy and Peely and Bright Bomber or whatever her name is, or Cuddle Team Leader in Smash, they would be reunited with Ryu, who has already been a part of the Fortnite story. And if you put Sora from Kingdom Hearts in Smash, he would be reunited with Cloud and Sephiroth. So, you officially connect all of these multiverses together that way. And that was part of the reason and the part of the logic I had between my theories for the Game Awards or whatever it was, when they were teasing when they put in Master Chief and Kratos into Fortnite. And we found out later that Fortnite was eyeing having Samus join in the, I guess, as part of the Bounty Hunters season. Like, that would have been big. Because Nintendo doesn't let characters show up on non-Nintendo consoles when they own them. So imagine you could have been playing, like me, I play Fortnite on Xbox One, being able to buy and use Samus on my Xbox. That would have been cool. But that didn't happen. It could still happen. And that might be another announcement that we could see from Nintendo and Fortnite together, is Samus makes her way to the island. And then in return, you do that part of that big thing that I had talked about before, a joint announcement. Samus joins Fortnite, and Jonesy and some other skins that are original characters from Fortnite join Smash Brothers. Now I would be so excited about that. And then you do it, and then even if you don't do it during this particular event, do it later in the year. You do a show where you're teasing the arrival of Sora. You have Cloud and Sephiroth fighting. Maybe Sephiroth's about to defeat Cloud, and then Sora steps in and says something like, "Long time no see," and something like that. And then you show Sora in the game. And that would be so awesome to close Smash out that way. Especially if this is supposed to be like Smash's final hurrah, at least in its current form, with Sakurai at the helm, guiding the ship. If he was to retire, and if this truly is the end of Smash. I'm not so sure that this will be the end of Smash Brothers as a whole, but, you probably, as Sakurai said, won't see a roster like this again. Some of these characters are bound to not return. So this is a very unique situation, and I want the game to go out with a bang and not a whimper. So, like I said, I would absolutely hate that, like, say, the last character gets revealed to be another Fire Emblem character. Or Pokemon is one of the DLC. Like, no, please, let's not do that. Go out, go big, man. Go big for the end of this game. So that's who I'm hoping for personally for Smash, is Fortnite and Kingdom Hearts representation. Bring the multiverses together. Make everything connected to everything. That would be awesome. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much my list of stuff that I kind of either want to see or are expected to see. Don't really know what else you could add. I guess the possibility of something, some new characters for maybe Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Maybe another Fighters Pass for Dragon Ball Fighters. I mean, there's some news floating around out about Dragon Ball DBZ Kakarot, but I haven't played that game. I'm not super interested in that game, even though it looks kind of cool. But I don't know, man. So I'm just really excited for E3. I can't wait for it to hurry up and get here. I want to be excited. I want to be able to, to live tweet events and stuff. I just want to have fun with it. And it's just an exciting time. So hope you enjoy listening to me throw out my opinions here and my little E3 wish list. If you're listening, drop down what you think, post what you think you might want to see from E3 this year. That'd be cool to maybe see some ideas that didn't come into my head for this show. But as always, like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody who watches. Share it with your friends. Go check some of my older episodes of The Bad Show out. And we will see you most likely after E3 when we go over all the big news. But until then, we'll see you later.